Hello, beloveds. This is Chakra Wanda. I am your spiritual encourager. So, I want to talk about how message cards. I love the beauty of message cards, oracle cards, angel cards. I'm not so much into the tarot, but I do like message cards. And sitting here today, I just thought, let me unpack some of my favorite ones. I have decks, several decks, but I decided to just pull three cards. And, when I was doing readings on a regular basis, and I hope to open that idea up. I'm listening to Spirit on how I should bring oracle readings back into the flow, whether it's a reading for the week or by horoscope. But guys, I don't like to do. I'm inspired to do things in unique and different ways. I'll speak more about. I've got to listen to Spirit more on what that will look like. But what I wanted to do is share with you a personal reading that I've done today. And it's fascinating because I went ahead and shuffled the cards. I didn't do any saging like I normally do. I didn't set things up in any specific way, and it's usually very interesting how it comes out. So the first card comes from my Black Angel card deck. This is a beautiful deck made by Zenju Earthling Manuel. Let me share with you the covers of the cards. All the cards are artistic in form. I'm going to show you the readings from them that I got for today. The artist, I think she's featured in the back, yeah. Zenju Earthling Marceline Manuel. Yeah. So the card that I pulled, the first card that I pulled. So how I'm doing my readings today. The first card is acknowledgement from the ancestors. That's what I'd like. Higher guidance through the ancestors, right? And then the second card goes deep into what it is that all of my guides want me to know and how to proceed. I'm using that with the Sacred Rebels cards, right? So I pulled a card for that. And then the final card is just tie a bow, a ribbon on everything in general, and some action steps to take and things to consider moving forward in a collective way from the overall reading. And this is coming from the Soul Truth Self-Awareness card deck. So the first card that I pulled, and I'm just relaxing in my bed today. It is a cocoon day. I like to have a day off in the middle of the week. So, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Let's see. The card that I pulled is the Dancer. And that's so interesting because I love to dance. I think I dance almost every day. Most recently, I have been playing with it's a LED whip. It's a colored whip, or it lights up. Okay, I play with hula hoops and lighted whips. I sure do. Yeah, I love it. You can check it out on my TikTok. But yeah, I dance with whips. What I'll do is put a link below so you can see. It'll probably be a link to, most likely my TikTok so you can see. But the Dancer. So it's so interesting that this comes up and has these artistic circles and swirls. Yeah. The Dancer. And so the overall message in here speaks about, for each of these cards you have a awareness path, higher awareness path walking. So the energy associated in the message In the waking path, you're creative, movement, and action. And when you're not in the waking path and you're operating your highest awareness, you're in the energy of passivity. It says, Chakra Wanda, you are bringing forth all that you have to offer. Oh my God, and it's so, so true. Since I have been felt the calling to start to do my YouTube and to share everything in my life garden that I've done from a creative expression wise. If you'll notice in the description, scroll down or scroll up and you'll see I have links to everything that I have done over many, many years. Blogs, interviews on podcasts, you name it. It's out there. I have a link to live streamings I've done on Periscope over the years, all of that. So it is so, like I said, I shuffled the deck and then allowed the card to come through. And it is so on point already. It says for me, it says, Chakra, on the waking path, creativity flows through your blood and keeps the heart happy. You guys, I've been talking and sharing about how I discovered how creative expression cured my depression. And look, I'll put a link below on that as well. So if you haven't seen that series, look at that. You capture the spirit of all things and beings through expressing your creativity outwardly. You are always aware of what you can do and the resources around you. You move with the invisible rhythm of imagination, living in such imagination. Let's see. Erases the sense of limitations inside you. You are a vessel of great talent. Your originality is amazing. Your ability to manifest your dreams and visions is critical to stimulating your life. This is so, so true. The applauses are nonstop when you move through life without worrying about what others are saying. The second video that I put out about rebranding and relaunching my YouTube, and I think I mentioned it in a post on Instagram, how when I began to start talking about the ways that I use creativity to keep my mood up, and to encourage others to think about that within their lives. Before I went to write, I got this feeling, once people, you start sharing intimacies about how you navigate life, people going to feel some kind of way. And those thoughts came, but they went away, Yep, the applauses are nonstop when you move through life without worrying about what others are saying. You, dancer, hold your gifts knowing that to judge them would be to let go of them. Let's see. You remind us of the talents we carry and how to use them for community and not just for ourselves. As a dancer, you consider the realm of creation as the action which brings life. And with our creativity to stimulate your life, dancer, you find it difficult to exist. You encourage authenticity by helping us to attend to our talents rather than working at mimicking others in our community, family, or in the workplace. Creativity is both your magic and your mystery. Your creativity may not be understood by all, yet it is your life and nature to use your creativity to inspire. So when it is so true, creativity I've recognized is imperative for me in my life. And when I'm not operating in that way, when I'm on the sleeping path, right? On the sleeping path, you often trip over your own feet. You tend to compare yourself to other people in an effort to measure your own talent or greatness. You sometimes turn your talent into a game of competition. Your emotions hinge on other people like your work. Your emotions hinge on whether people like your work or not. This reliance on others for validation makes you hungry for recognition, not only for your creativity, but also for who you are. On the sleeping path, you can become passive. And when this happens, your spirit loses its home in your disregard. To regard others' abilities more highly than your own is to turn away from yourself. In a larger context, it is also a way of accepting inferiority in a way or as a way of life. Thinking small of yourself is what you might have embraced as a child in a society that mistakenly perpetuates superiority of one over the other. What you have to offer the world is worthy no matter what others say, don't say, or feel. Passivity is life without movement. Wow. To regain movement, you may have to take uncomfortable steps in bringing your creations into the world. Wow. The joy in creativity is giving birth to some expression of you. You see that? It is all worth the risk. Follow your imagination into discovering something deeply special about yourself and welcome home your soul by releasing all that holds you back. Dance, dancer. Thank you, ancestors, for that reminder. I so appreciate that coming from the Black Angel cards. I'm going to go to the next card, my second card from Sacred Rebels. Yeah, Sacred Rebels. Let's see. And what I pulled was the perfection of your life. The perfection of your life. I see this sacred symbolism in a ball, sort of like a mandala print, but I see these tall trees like in the fall season. They have weathered the storms. There's a mist going on, so it's sort of like dawn or the breaking of dawn to me. I see growth, but I see organization through a pattern. So let's see what this is bringing to me today. Have you ever seen a storm pictured from above? It can appear to be so beautiful and elegant. This is certainly different in the ground. This is certainly different to the ground view, which can be quite a violent experience. So too, there's great beauty in your life now. However, at this point in the natural process, you may be experiencing it as anxiety inducing rather than beautiful. You may sense it is internal chaos. You may feel it is something that is waiting to erupt from within as a restlessness or an anxiety that cannot be quite articulate, but sense vaguely nonetheless. I'm going to point this to the picture. You may, bear with me. Perhaps the chaos is fully fledged and a person or situation in your life is causing all kinds of havoc, upheaval or change and uncertainty in your world. Whether the chaos seems subtle, strong, internal, or external, this oracle brings the same message for you. All is unfolding according to a perfect higher order. You are currently enduring a cosmic spiritual storm which is having an impact on you. It is clearing things out ruffling feathers and preparing you for that lovely, super fresh, uplifting feeling that one experiences after the storm has finally passed. So, just usually in these cards, it also talks about. Wait a minute. It usually gives a tip of suggested movement. So, I'm just going to observe the information that was shared. I don't outwardly monitor any upheaval going on the outside or in the inside. I definitely do sense a clearing, of, what it is I just moved a few months ago and I'm still unpacking. I purged when I unpacked, but I'm also unpacking in my mind and spirit all the things that I'm involved in, taking an inventory of everything, There is a healing process for this card. It says, imagine that you're standing at the silent center of a great cleansing storm. All aspects of your life are rained upon. I'll keep going. It says, while you're in this, I give thanks for the higher order of my life, which I trust implicitly as it guides me into wholeness and love. And from that which appears as chaos, new order is rising. I trust this and receive the gift of higher order in my life. So I receive that healing mantra. And now the final message to wrap things up is coming from the Soul Truth deck, Soul Truth Awareness card deck by Brianne Hovey. This Sacred Rebel guidebook was, her name is Alana Fairchild. The message: what boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, our desires and feelings, and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. Today's soul action: when we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. And then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you're an empath, you can still be compassionate toward others without taking on their stuff. It is safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. Today's mantra: I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I am worthy of my needs and set boundaries based on what's best for me. This applies to a heart relationship that I have connection with. And I believe that we're in a season where the roads are going in different directions. Perhaps we may re-intervene at another time in this life. But I think it's important that we each reevaluate if we are adding value to each other. Right? Are we adding value? I think an assessment has to be made every step of the way, every periodically, I am a very sensitive person. I really am. I'm a very sensitive person. I feel truly, when it comes to interactions and connections, especially those involving love, and feelings of intimate bonding, that if we are not adding value to lift each other up, or caring about each other's needs and emotions and feelings, then we're not adding value. Things do change, yes, but it's okay still to be loving and kind to one another. So I see it for that, boundaries and knowing when, the direction changes, Yeah. But each of us must care for ourselves. You have everything you need within you now, and so do they. You are worthy of, I am worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. So y'all be good. Thank you for letting me share. And I may put it out there that I am available to do what I call, sacred readings. The best way, if you're interested in a reading, is to reach me on my website at chakrawanda.weebly.com. And it says Ask Chakrawanda. All right. So I'm going to be working. We'll see as Spirit guides me if I will do a weekly reading by energy type. I like to do things different, I really follow mostly the human design system, because it's a beautiful fusion of 3 to 4 ancient technologies to include traditional astrology. And it helps determine your decision-making suggested process depending on your energy makeup. But I'm still in listening mode about how to deliver messages for each of those energy types. It will be done on a weekly basis or if it'll be done on a monthly basis. So blessings to you all. Be blessed. Enjoy your day. Bye. So yeah, guys, if you have a basic question, go to my website and ask Chakrawanda.